always ask for that second button. That's actually bare annoying. That could have stopped. That would have been perfect. What we saying, boys? Afternoon. I thought I'd jump on a little bit later because I feel like with New York we are having obviously a lot. I'd say a lot later moves than 12:30. This is exactly what we wanted. GU. I really was favouring those GU buys. But can't complain. EU's the one that's presenting itself. We do have a weaker euro, obviously due to the divergence of the interest rates, which is kind of fucking annoying. Let me just put this headset around here. What we saying? 2 secs, man. Alright, can someone send me the TikTok link to me on Discord for me? So basically it's EU what we've been seeing today that's had the sweep of all of this sell side liquidity. GU is still sort of, I wouldn't say mid London, but it's sort of more, not mid London, mid Asia, but we're sort of around. Oh, I'm just not going to do this, is it? I just realised I'm on the wrong phone. Nice one, Callum. Cheers, bro. Just clockwise, I'm on the wrong phone. Give me 2 secs, let me switch over. There we go, boys. So yeah, I went on north. There we go, boys. So yeah, I went on north. I was on the wrong phone. That should be sweet now. Am I back on YouTube? Should be. Double check. Yeah, sweet. So yeah, basically this morning the only thing that's actually presented itself, yes, Mac, what we saying, bro? Hope it's sweet. Is EG really? In terms of New York session, EU looks really nice. This is EU. We've obviously swept all that sell side, come below that Friday 50. So those longs is definitely what I'm looking for. Waiting for a trade through, obviously. For this 5 minute, we're going to need to see close. GU, I want to see, I'm more favouring for the buys because the pound is stronger than the euro. Obviously, I do want to start seeing GU sweeps and sell side liquidity as well as come to that Friday 50 just there. That's what we really want to see. But to be fair, setting ourselves up really nice. Again, EG being the trade of the day of the DTO was perfect. About 4R this was. Nice conservative stop loss as well. Quite an efficient one. This is what Stu got in. It's actually a fucking beautiful trade, really. Just make sure I can share this. Nice one, Callum. Go. Sweet. So really, yeah, realistically, what we're looking for now is EU and GU to come and take that sell side. That's pretty much it. That is pretty much all we're really looking for. So we'll see how EU starts trading now. Again, the preferred positions really are on GU, just due to the stronger pound over the euro. Yes, funded. What we saying, bro? We haven't got too far to go now, actually. On that. Yeah, that's sweet. So yeah, let's have a look what we can get. Obviously, I want to see GU still come down, and then we'll see if we get that reversal. Below that weekly troping, which is key. Below the daily troping, which is key. But just want to get below that Friday 50. That's where we want to be getting. Yes, I mean, what we saying, bro? I hope we're sweet. I hope we're good. Yeah, calm. That's the one, bruv. Yes, Bobby, what we saying, bro? Right, boys, I'm on YouTube, by the way. If you want to come hop on there, you can see my full screen. It's just a lot easier to see. I'll be honest, it looks so much better on YouTube, man. Yes, Pascal, what we saying, boys? Very sweet. Right, yeah, we want to see if we get this trade through. If we took sell side, we've already took, sell side Asia and London. So 5 minute really is the trade through we want, as we've taken 4 hour liquidity. We'll let price develop a little further. GU's still got a bit of, it's not got too much actually to trade down now, which is actually kind of sweet. Yeah, exactly that, mate. Exactly that. Same as me, bro. Looking for these last little bits of confluences. Really see this liquidity sweep and the reversal patterns we want to start seeing. What pairs is this? Is a GU, bro. But I'm sort of looking for the same GU EU. GU's a little bit different because it hasn't yet actually taken the sell side liquidity of Asia and the sell side of the current London, and then Friday 50. EU it has. Okay, so it's a little bit different on the EOI, like how we haven't swept Asia and PDL. EOI, like how we haven't swept Asia and PDL. I love it, bro. Honestly, it's perfect. I love it, bro. Honestly, it's perfect. It almost sort of just helps you with more confidence that that area is gonna start getting mitigated. You want to see a build up of liquidity. That's more favourable, right? Especially when we're seeing this through London and Asia. And then with that, you see this candle here, this lovely wiki candle here to the downside. We can see even what we've done here is literally just have a, sorry, let me move to the left a little bit. We've literally just had that little trade down there. We've had this little reversal move retracing into our big, obviously, trading range here, coming into our certain imbalance areas. Bearing in mind, the reason why I'm happy for it not to necessarily come lower on EU is because of the 4 hour. If you can see here, let's just let it load, sorry. But what we've got here is a breakaway gap. Okay, and what a breakaway gap is, if you've got a nice bullish trend here, so we say we're going off these bullish candles here, these gold ones. We've got 1, 2, 3 bullish candles we can see. When this third fucking hell, mate. When this third candle, this is when this fair value gap comes a very low. So realistically, I was mainly favouring this 4 hour area of inefficiency for price to come and retrace back off of. So we'll see how it reacts now. I do want to start seeing that big move happen. We are in Q2 of the week. US was open yesterday, but we still had a little bit of low liquidity. Market still moved actually, still moved a little bit. But yeah, we've got today pretty much as our Q2. Heavy Q2. I think I missed a few. Is gold and gold futures similar? I would rather trade. I wouldn't rather trade futures. I'm not big on futures, really, man. I'm not huge. I've never really traded them, to be honest. So I'm not 100% too sure, Julie, to be honest. But I wouldn't say they're far different. ACG denied payout, bro. Wow, what did you do, man? What did you do? See my dedicated song to DTO, mate. What was it? It was just on the phone, so I don't know how I've managed to forget that quick, if you did say it on the phone. Yes, Mr. K, what we saying, my boy? What's the difference between, well, it's just, it's face value, really. Futures is sort of more betting. I feel like it's weight. I know gold. I mean, gold isn't actually spread betting because it's not. I know. I think it is. I'm not 100% too sure the main difference actually. In the fridge, I'll have a look. I'll have a little look after, man. What pairs you main? EG, EU, and GU, bro. They're the three pairs that I trade. In terms of markets that I look at, I pretty much look at all markets. So I would look at stocks and indexes. I'll put SNS. Or I'll look at bonds. I look at commodities, safe havens, interest rates. And yeah, pretty much a lot of stuff really. Housing as well is quite important. I look at a lot of different markets, but obviously just currency indexes like DXY. But the three pairs that I do trade is GBP USD, so GU, EU. This is done poorly. GU, EU, and EG. Looks like we are coming lower in EU. So we'll see how, again, we just got to wait for price to start giving us what we really wanting, which is the reversal. Again, preferred on GU. GU's taken out bloody perfect. I actually really like the look of this, to be honest. Not much of a fair value to trade through, but we'll take what we can get. Yeah, EG hit TP. EG was really nice DTO this morning. Really nice entry at 9:30 as well. TP at 1. A little bit of a long one, but yeah, no, it was a really nice one. Bro, how to calculate on Nasdaq CFD, please? I'll be honest, bro. I'm not too sure about trading Nasdaq in terms of calculating. Like, I've always traded FX, so I've never really calculated what it is to be with Nasdaq. But just get a calculator that allows you. Just get a calculator, bro. Not all calculators will have indexes, right? But you can get a lot of. You'll be able to find one out there that's got an which is what you need. You need an index lot calculator if you're trading Nasdaq, US 30, Nasdaq, US 30, S&P, GR30, FTSE, which is pretty much going to signal that initial bullish move, and then we'll look to get in after that. But that's the first initial maneuver we're looking for off of that sell-side liquidity and that Friday 50. So we'll just wait for price of that sell-side liquidity and that Friday 50. So we'll just wait for price to do that or not do that. Do that, obviously we'll start reacting, start looking at more of an entry. Not do that, then we don't get in. That's the beauty of having a strat. Reaction weakness. EG is pretty much just sitting where it is at the moment. That's not too bad at all. But yeah, this is the next move we're really favouring for GU. So let's hope we get this, so we can actually get a little nice reversal move. Yeah, this is GU. The DTO, again, just literally putting trust in the DTO strategy. The thing is about the DTO is it literally is just putting trust in it. I feel like this is one of the most psychologically challenging strategies. You've actually just got to place and just honestly just aim and hope that it goes, that it hits. That's the thing with the DTO. But the reality behind it is so strong. That's the reason why I think it works a lot on EG, especially when you've got sort of a one-directional market for a day. Like, we've blatantly obviously got a short euro over the pound, right? The euro's obviously weaker than the pound at the moment. So I feel like when you've got the market moving in that one direction, it does make it a lot easier for the EG to come through. Obviously, the market might not always come back towards the DTO. It might just obviously at this point here just continue down. Obviously, that means no trade, so it's not that bad. But yeah, you've just got to put your trust in it. Realistically, like, your bumhole could go at this point in, and you could just close your trade early. Stop loss to break even is an absolute no-no with EG as well. I'd say don't take partials. Just take your TP that you had before. GU buyers, you reckon we swept those lows? Exactly, bro. So we're just waiting for that sort of that initial reversal move to occur, or not occur, obviously. And then we'll react from there, bro. We'll see if that liquidity is the next move. So we want to see the trade through of this 5 minute here. We must be able to I don't know why that's not loading. I want to see the earnings for today. No, that's just not loading. Let's got a new project. Alright then. GU down. What's that? Why is that, bro? What's your reason? What's your reason behind it? What do we have today? Very soon we had Lockheed Martin. We had come out. Their sales must have increased. Yeah, makes sense. Northern Trust we had come out today. Increased. We haven't increased pretty much all over the board. Where is Iridium Communications is up? So we got pretty much bullish earnings. Kind of point aftermarket close. Okay, we got Tesla aftermarket close. That makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, we've had some positive earnings come out for big US companies, so that is definitely boosting the US today. Definitely boosting the US. Lockheed Martin's up 4% in terms of sales. Pull it up 5%. Yeah, RTX booming 5% over year to year. GE Aerospace. They're up at the moment. Their stocks are up about 50%. Fucking hell, something like that. Northern Trust up about 10. Yeah, about 8.8% increase. Iridium Communications, which to be honest, again, will benefit it's going to be sort of negative for the stock market, right? So we'll probably see DXY get a little bit of a tumble for that. But we did want to see DXY. As much as we want to get a trade on EUGU, we have to also obviously partner up with DXY as well. So there's no point in bothering looking at those when we're not actually looking at what we've got in front of us on DXY. But now we've actually swept that liquidity, we look nice. Mace, why you keep cutting out, bro? Is it cutting out? Is the YouTube bear cutting out? Let me know what he's actually saying. If he's actually shut out or not. Euro GBP going for 1 hour gap now. Let's have a look. Is that to the downside or to the upside? Recent 1 hour. That Friday low getting set. Is that new day opening gap? Yes. Is that this? Yes, it is. New week opening gap. Sorry. Looks like price is attracted to that. Trinket loading. Yo, that's jarring. Is it better now though? Let me drop some shit, because I'm probably dropping a lot of frames just by being on a few things here. My bad, boys. Let me know if it's still shit. I've just closed a few bits. Let me know if it is still bad. I was looking for a short on GC. Can you check it out? Give me some insight. Of course, bro. Sell side, mate. The sell side, mate. What was you looking at there? GBP CAD, yeah. Let's go for it. Do you think EU buyers out 4 hour fair value? I reckon so, bro. It's better now. Okay, cool. Yeah, calm. Sweet. Anytime, man. Anytime. That's my bad, man. That's my bad. GCAD, Canadian dollar is quite bearish. Are they planning to cut rates? They've got interest rate decisions next week, this week. Who's got interest rates next? I think they've got interest rates next week. What are they planning on doing? Is it next week? No, they've got GDP. Oh, they've got federal election Monday. So I feel like you've got maybe got a little bit of uncertainty around the CAD. They've got employment change the following, unemployment rate the following, PMI the following. I reckon you got a bit of uncertainty around the CAD, so I reckon you would say you would favour more the bull side. So I said you would favour the buyers mainly. Just from that perspective. Because you probably will get a little bit more uncertainty around the Canadian dollar at the moment. Oil at the moment is trading to the upside, which is benefiting oil. Because obviously when you see oil go up, you normally see the Canadian dollar go up, because that means there's more money around oil. Canada, are one of the biggest exporters in the world. They export all their oil to US, and so can you look at GC, Mace? What CHF? GBP CHF, is that what we want to look at? Can you explain how the DXY is correlated with EU or GU? So DXY, bearing in mind, is the dollar. So DXY is just the index for the dollar. Okay, it's just the dollar. And obviously GU, you are trading the dollar. Okay, so you're pretty much longing or shorting. So yeah, if you're seeing the DXY bullish, you really should be seeing EU and GU bearish, right? And the reason why is because if DXY is bullish, then you're going to see EU bearish and GU bearish, because the dollar is going up, right? And obviously especially when the dollar's booming, you normally have others decreasing as well. When money's getting pushed towards the dollar, it does show more of a safe haven look approach. Mate, you use SMT divergence? Yeah, bro. I mean, I use divergence in a lot of different things as well, man. Like divergence can be used in a few different perspectives. Like, you probably hear me talking about the interest rate divergence we're currently having. Like, that's another way I use divergence. I love divergences, boys. Strong confluences. So I've kept those. Can I use the session high and low as key levels for CRT? Yeah, of course, bro. What you'll notice is each session is pretty much a 4-hour liquidity level. So essentially, if you look in the morning, Asia liquidity is pretty much the first 4-hour candle made in the day. You'll notice, or the second, I think it is. Sorry, my first or second, whatever the fuck. And yeah, I normally look to. That's why I trade in CRT, which is what I like about it. Just a little reminder, boys. Again, I'm on YouTube, so if you want to come watch me on there, my link's literally in the bio, on my TikTok bio. You can see my full screen. It's way easy to see. You can see me as well. I'm sitting there drinking my coffee, trading as always. It's just a lot. You can actually see the full screen, innit? But yeah, I use them. I use SMT divergence as always. Check gold. We've come down a little bit today, as we can see. I mean, really, we've been seeing the dollar quite bullish as well, so I can see how we've been having that sort of decrease on gold. Yeah, that's bare annoying, man. I don't know why it's been playing up. This over here. I hope that gets better. Do you use FVG? Yes, bro, I do use FVG, fair values. I started to use session like 2-3 days ago. Oh, right, nice. Yeah, sessions are important, bro. Again, just putting the market into sort of a bite size that you can actually approach is so much better. Like, for an example, breaking the day up into... This is why I like breaking the day up in terms of 4 hours, sessions, and stuff like that, because you really can get a specific move that you want to be getting of the morning or the middle of the day or the end of the day, whatever it may be. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Saku, what we saying, bro? Bro, TikTok have more views compared to YouTube. Yeah, of course, man. There's Bear Man on TikTok, but YouTube just is better in it. Let's be honest. Like, if you was to watch it, it would probably. I mean, if it's lagging, that's annoying. But obviously, when it's not lagging, it's perfect. Like, you can see the whole screen and shit. Do you think? I love the way you say "you" in it, Gustavo. I find that lit. Do you think GJ's going up? Got in an order block after liquidity swept. I mean, I'm bullish pound, so I can see it happening. The yen basket is quite bullish recently, though. It's gonna lose GDP because of this trade war at the moment, but I don't think we're really gonna see that take effect just yet. I would say you don't really want to sell because obviously where we're at. Do you know what I'm saying? We're actually below the prior day low, below the DTO, below the prior week 50. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's always moving a little. Well, I'm sorry, not always, but at the moment it's moving a little bit weird, right? We don't want to be it's a little bit unorthodox. We don't want to be jumping in at these times. We want to wait for price to either, if it is still bearish, then come grab the buyer side and obviously sell, or obviously if it's looking bullish, we want to see price actually give us some more bullish momentum. I don't think we're gonna start trading through 15 because we really want to be seeing 15 minutes, right? Because we're taking that prior day low. We are mainly looking at 15 minutes to trade through. So and the only 15 minute was made was up here. So you wouldn't even be looking to look at buys just yet. You'd wait for a trade through here. So I'd say wait for a trade through here, and then you can obviously look for a certain position. EU and GU are still sort of down. Again, I still want to see those start moving to the upside. We've still got time, obviously. Yeah, we're just accumulating right now, which actually could be a good sign. So we'll let that play out. We'll be patient and let it play out. Anytime, bro. Anytime. Always enjoy your lives, bro. Always educate and open for questions. Come on, bro. Always, man. Listen, boys. You boys can ask whatever you want, man. Just a little background on me. I just accidentally invited someone. My bad. So a little background on me. I'm someone that's been training 6.5 years. I've been full time for just over 2 now. And yeah, I've got as much knowledge as you have to be profitable, really. So feel free to ask me anything. I can answer at the best of my ability. Obviously, I don't know everything about trading, but in terms of what I know, I'd like to think I know it pretty well. Can you check AUD CAD? Of course I can, bro. It depends, man. Big move on gold. I think it needs a rest. Like, it looks like it just needs a rest, right? So you kind of have to just let it chill. I'd say it's very key just to let gold chill after it's had big moves like that, and then get in at smart times. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot at a time where like you've actually got in at the complete. You know when you buy at high. Do you know what I mean? Like when you buy, you don't really want to be buying high. I mean that's like the rule of farmer trading, right? You always hear that. AUD CAD. To be honest, look how nice that DTO move was. Come back to it as well and just trickle back down. That was come back to it as well and just trickle back down. That was really nice for the DTO move. Really nice. Let it come for the prior day low. Not quite yet. Yeah, I would say AUD CAD's very accumulative today, to be honest. Yeah, I would say AUD CAD's very accumulative today, to be honest. Very accumulative. Very accumulative. Well, I'm a prop firm dude, boys, to be honest with Joel. I'm a prop firm dude. Mate, we're lucky to have prop firms in our time, boys, to be honest with you. Very lucky, bruv. Very lucky. It wasn't easy to get funding like this back in the day. Any CRT? Let's have a look if we've got any CRT at the moment. Actually, we did have some on the EG that got completed, which is kind of why I thought EG might start trading to the upside. But I mean, that's not really favourable. That's not favourable at all. But EG completed that 4-hour CRT we had, which was nice. I don't think we've got anything now. Best way to link several accounts, as in copy trade, with a lot size calculator. What am I on about? With Social Trader tool, bro. That's the one. That's the software I use. Social Trader tool. You just need a copy trader, bro. That system. It depends how many accounts you got. It probably cost you, if you've got like say 3 or 4 accounts, probably cost you like $40 a month. $50 a month. That's the one I use. I've had minimal faults on it. I've been using that for years now as well. You could look for buyers Marto, but I mean the liquidity just looks so low on ADCAD. It's just barely moving. Gold not looking good right now. Are we still moving down? What is DTO? DTO stands for Daily True Open. It's pretty much the true open of the day. Massive key level of price. That is pretty much midnight New York time. It's 5 AM in the UK. 5k. Okay, yeah. We're still moving down. Yes, EDP. What we saying, broski? How we doing? Oh, so midnight open basically. Yeah, exactly that, bro. Massive key level of price. Massive key level. That's why I've always got to have the detail marked out, man. Always. If you don't mind, analysis on US 100. Let's have a little look at US 100. Have you ever considered trading futures? If not, why? Because don't broke what's not broke. Don't fix what's not broken, right? I've been trading forex for 6.5 years. Been trading very similar way, and changing it is just inconsistent, right? It's just, why would I? You know. I think that's the better question. Why would I? At the end of the day, FX has treated me very well in the time that I've done it. So people say it moves cleaner than forex. It could do, man. It could do, but at the end of the day, man, like I wouldn't even psychologically, I can't change over. Like you could tell me that, and it could be a literal fact, and I just wouldn't change over. I would just like to stick to what I've always done, you know. Cause it could be a little bit different, and I don't want different. I want to keep everything the same, you know. I was saying trade is very key to try and keep everything the same. Consistency is one of the hardest things that people can't really grasp. Nah, man, not for zero spreads. Not for. It's not worth that switch over for me. And again, it might work better. Like it might even be better for me. I just wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. But at the end of the day, boys, I was unhappy with where I'm at, where forex has brought me. So who am I to be greedy and then potentially fuck up? I already risk enough. I don't want to risk me completely switching over, you know. Psychologically, I just couldn't do it. You just wouldn't let me. I'm 800k at the moment. We do have a few 200ks on the way, which hopefully we can get past if we get some nice trades ahead of us. Can you check USD CHF for sure, bro? Safe haven you're looking at. Safe haven versus another safe haven, bruv. Are we gonna load? In terms of USD CHF, again, both safe havens, so I wouldn't. That's why UCs are kind of a difficult pair to trade, because both safe havens, right? I would say again to the downside, I think CHF has actually had. I'm pretty sure it had like I'm pretty sure it had like the best performing against the dollar for the last few weeks. Like it's been here like very good against the dollar. CHF is a safe haven that is booming at the moment. So yeah, I'd say main positions on UC just in terms of effort it would definitely the shorts. Definitely the shorts, man. After Friday high, I reckon you probably can get in a really nice position for a short. Because again, bearing in mind the trading range we're in sort of this higher time frame is high to this low, and you can see we've come into 50%. We're about to grab Friday high. I reckon sell soon on UC would be brilliant, and that's USD CHF. So I like that. I do like the look of that. Let's go on the 4 hour and see what displacement we got in that sort of larger gap there. Did you take that one trade on AG? If yes, could you take? I didn't take it, bro, but I can break it down for you. Give me 2 secs. Let me just put this 4 hour on. I can break it down for you. Again, wasn't something that I traded. I didn't have this place today. How long have we been trading for? Over 6 years now, bro. I couldn't be too much more exact than that. And that's from when I actually started like when I started to actually look at the charts and I started to actually learn a few concepts. I've learned a lot of shit things, a lot of good things, and I'd like to think that a lot of those shit things have gone out my mind now, so I've sort of filtered out those bad habits. I've been in the game long enough for that, I think now. If, to be honest, if I still at this point was having bad habits that I couldn't get rid of, I would be quite worried, because that does signalise he probably won't make it. Your psychology just isn't allowing. Bro, what's the kill zone for New York? New York, the best time is 1 till 4. That's like the kill zone area from New York. That's why I wanted to jump on 1, because we're going to get a lot more liquidity in those sort of times. GU hasn't bloody moved though. We're still at the bottom of this little range here. EU still trading to the downside. I got stopped out on USD CHF shorts already. Think I got in too soon. Yeah, it's so easily done, bro. So easily done getting in too soon on those currencies that are moving in that one direction. Because again, you got to bear in mind, right? The market needs enough liquidity for, like, the big money need enough liquidity for you to enter. So if you're looking to sell when the market's going down, you've got to be really careful. The big banks are also going to be looking to sell, so they don't want any other sellers. So they'll try and obviously hit all the stop losses of the sellers in order for them to be the only sellers in the market, right? So then they can go ahead and obviously move price, and it's just buyers in the market there, but they're selling too. And that's just pure simple supply and demand. So yeah, that's why you got to really be careful when the market is trending in one direction, because you want to follow that direction, but at the same time you don't want to get stop lost whilst doing that, right? Which is highly probable due to big banks wanting to be the only market participants going in one direction, right? Second, that's my favourite band. Think target in previous day high and 4 hour fair value gap. I'm assuming. Yeah, I think target in previous day high and 4 hour. Yeah. Wait, you got? I think target in previous day high. What? So can you tell me how you personally use the sessions with the CRT, bro? Well, for an example, right? Let's go to this morning. Best example of it, because Asia's been trading like quite big. It's been trading quite sort of distro-y, right? We've had distributions pretty much each Asia session. So I can't give you the best. Go back through the chart and try to find some good. And I'll explain it to you a little bit better. We got it coming in here. Let's get a good Asia session. That will do us. Oh no, that's a little bit early. It's a little bit early. This is a good example. This could have been a really nice buy, but this is on a Friday, so I didn't get in on this. But it took the sell side liquidity. Didn't come for the 4-hour low, but this was the 4-hour CRT that we wanted to come and take. Okay, I know we did. Wait, where was the CRT facing? Oh, I didn't even see what date it was. Didn't even see what date it was. Well, pretty much, bro. Your first 4-hour candle is going to be your CRT candle. Obviously, Asia's from 1 till 6, so you want to be careful with that previous hour. But pretty much, the 2 to 6 4-hour candle is the candle that you are looking to obviously liquidate, buy side or sell side. Pretty much. And then you're looking for the continuation. He's not 1 to 5. No, it's 1 to 6, bro. 1 to 6 is sort of the best time for it. From 6 to 7, you've got pretty much that little bit of space just before European session, and then 7 to 8, you've got European Open, Frankfurt Open. 8, you've got London Open. Asia, you start losing the liquidity around sort of. GU's obviously still like within that fair value area. Hasn't actually come below. It's actually perfectly filled it now. We'll see. Chew fucking hell. We'll see how we go now. Still got a little bit to go. Do you think GU buys are a bit risky because of the 50%? I wouldn't say so, bro. We've just come below the 50%. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's perfect. Prices come to that equilibrium level. Now, if we start moving up, this is the best time to move up. That's what the Friday 50 is sort of what we've been waiting for. We've half been waiting for the Friday 50, half been waiting for this liquidity to get swept. The London low, the Asia low, and then the London low. So, in my opinion, we're in the perfect area for prices to start coming up. But we'll see. We just need to get prices trade through this 5 minute. I don't like talking too much. I just want to see it trade through the 5 minute. And then we'll go from there, boys. We're getting a nice little push up in this recent 5, but it'll probably take us a good few 5 minute candles to actually trade up. But I would say preferred positions would be these longs, GU longs. EU, you might be able to get in, but I would say more GU's better because of the stronger pound. Would you take the trade if we trade through the fair value? Yeah, so that's what you want to do. You want to jump in the trade. If you once price is traded through this 50 minute, this 5 minute, price will see trade through, and then I'll hopefully get a 5 minute fair value where I'll be looking to actually enter there. I don't enter straight off the fair value. I want to see price come back to a fair value after, which normally does give a really good confirmation. That's just gone off my backed up data from back testing the DTO, not the DTO. But the strategy of a trade through an IFVG. It's normally perfect when you get a nice formed 5 minute fair value after trading through the IFVG. Well, we got some time. I just spat everywhere. I'm not even gonna key up. EG not moving too much. Yeah, Stefan. Can you check UJ for sure, bro? We've had a bullish yen. Any buy side really, bro, in terms of liquidity targets. Any buy side, anything that you're happy with. We'll go back to it in a sec. Let's just look at USD JPY. Let's look at a different pair for a sec. We'll let that develop a little bit more. It looks like we've been bearish for the day so far. I would say it's difficult for you, Jay, because again, well, today only, just due to earnings, we've had quite decent. Yeah, we've had well. So far it's been, right, because we've had a somewhat a strong dollar, but we've had a really bullish yen, so I think that's really hurting, really making it difficult for the dollar to actually trade to the upside in UJ. So I reckon UJ right now is still mainly that bearish trend, as we can see. I mean, the Asia session was a killer for it. 130 pips through Asia, which is crazy. It's nuts. I mean, that's what would make me step away from UJ all day. A big distribution through Asia session, man. It's the last thing you want to see. It's the last thing you want to see. We'll start seeing price. Okay, have we got any news? We don't have any news today, do we? Pretty sure we don't. Anytime, bro. Yeah, Asia highs is a nice TP. Friday high. Where's the Friday high? I think that's already. Yeah, I mean Asia high, Friday high. That area is probably favoured. We're getting this trade through now, which is nice. Do you trade 9 AM power 3? What do you mean 9 AM? I do trade power 3, but what do you mean like sort of 9 AM? What do you mean? GU longs I prefer, bro. The pound being a bit stronger than that euro makes the face end up motherfucking. Come on, G. Come on, G. 4-hour candle opens at 9 AM, so we manipulate into the PDL rate and go. Okay, got you. I don't trade a specific time in the power of 3. I normally just wait for those scenarios to happen. I normally use it sort of on a session based, if you know what I mean. So Asia I'll use as my accumulation, manipulation, the start of London sort of European Open, and then the distro, the start of sort of mid end London session, and then continuation, so the AMD X, sort of New York session, or the reversal, of course. We've actually could have mitigated this really nice to continue to the downside. We'll see. DXY didn't tap the bearish 4-hour fair value. How's DXY doing actually? Again, we still got to look at DXY. We have news at Euro on Euro. Okay, so we have had this trade through here on DXY on the 5-minute. That's something to bear in mind. I think that's a real positive sign for GU. We do still want to see the trade through on GU though, of course. So we will wait for that. Looks like it's actually mitigating it way too nice though. Which is not what we want. We'll see where it goes from here though. We're coming up to 2 PM now. $9 AM 4-hour candle. I thought it was a 10 AM 4-hour candle on it. I saw it's a 10 AM in it. I'm pretty sure it goes 2, 6, 10, 2, 6, 10, 2. Yeah, that's how it goes. It goes 2 AM, 6 AM. It's far too big. An idiot. Open that shit again. it goes 2 a.m, 6 a.m, 9 a.m, 2 p.m, 6 p.m, 10 p.m, and obviously back to 2 a.m, and it ends the cycle like that. 2 a.m, 6 a.m, 10 a.m, 2 p.m, 6 p.m, 10 p.m, 2 a.m, back to the circle. What do you think of A4X? What's that, bro? A4X. What's that? He's using New York Times to 2 p.m. Is okay. I got you. Oh, I got you. Okay, yeah. Haven't closed above yet. Got to keep patient. Do you think valid? Yeah, it does, man. It does. We'll see what it does, though. That was an order block. When you gonna long, bro? After we get the trade through. We're looking for the trade through. Have we still got? Oh, we are continuing a little bit low now on AG. Again, shows the euro is a bit weaker than the pound, so those longs on GU are a lot more favoured. I don't think EU's actually nowhere near actually starting to move up yet. You need to have a higher IQ to trade, bro. Not necessarily. I would say it's mainly just a psychological thing. If you've got quite a good sort of mental ability, you're quite patient and stuff like that, then you would do well. But I wouldn't say high IQ is what you're really looking for. But it's a few other skills, which obviously I guess a high IQ would obviously be better. You don't need a high IQ, bro. I'm long GJ, fair play. That's probably going to be quite hard to get up though. Let's have a little look at GJ. That would be quite hard effort to actually have to move up. It's going to load for us. Okay, cool. So yeah, let's see if we do get this 15-minute trophy. This is what he's looking at for GJ, and I didn't actually realise that we started to the upside a lot more. We'll see. We'll wait for this 15-minute trophy, and then we'll start to actually fucking see what's going on, and then we can actually get a bit more of a picture if the buyers are smart, right? Was it the four short CRT move to be got stopped out? What a pain in the butt. Got to keep it so PG for TikTok. It's a joke, man. I put Rich is the only trader I watch on TikTok. Come on, bro. What a G. I'm pinning that. Go with this, my man. I appreciate you, bro. For real. How to calculate 1 or 2% on the trading pips. Boys, the most beautiful thing about us is that we also have a lot size calculator, man. Boys, just go on our website. We've got a lot size calculator on our website. Let me bring it up. Just use our website, man. What are you trading? What are you trading? Quite a bomb President versus GJ. Yeah, let's hope so for you, Dan. Really nice entry though, if you be able to get in the bottom, but I would have just confirmed a little bit further. But yeah, Mohammed, we've got one on the website, bro. If you literally go to the website, Let's just put this on half the screen. It's literally just here. It's literally just here. Click on that, and you've got yourself a position size calculator. Just use that, bro. Honestly, that will do the job if you trade FX. That's just on our website. Just type up Rich SFX on the internet, boys, and it will come up. Come on, give us that trade for a GU. Still coming down a little bit as well. Keep yawning, man. How much you made so far in terms of trading? All time? Can't really answer that, bro. To be honest, it's not really an easy question. Looking at it from a balance sheet perspective, how much have I lost as well? I'm not too sure. Today, just casual. Nothing, bro. Nothing today. I didn't take any trades today. Absolutely nothing in place today. Nothing of the for the strategy really come through at all. Not a bad day in the markets. We've had some nice distros, but just not the positions we wanted. We'll see if we trade through and just continue down here, because we could just continue down. I find it takes time to work out your ideal position size, but I mainly trade gold. There's not an ideal position size, boys, because it all depends on the trade. You shouldn't really be trading with a fixed stop loss, to be honest. Like, you really shouldn't. Because all your trades are going to be different size. Your stop loss is going to be different size, and stuff like that. You're risking, obviously, still going to be risking the same percent on the trade. You're probably going to be trading one pair, but just make sure you are stop loss if your pips are different, right? If your stop loss in pips is bigger or smaller, that will be a variable that will change your lot size. It will massively depend on those stop loss in pips. So just make sure you are risking the right amount. Don't always. If that's your strategy, that's your strategy. But I don't like doing those things where I aim for a 1 to 2 and I just make my stop loss smaller just so I can get a 1 to 2. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I force yourself into something you don't really want to be in. Mate, so I'm 0.3% from passing my funded. Lovely stuff, George, man. Love to hear it. When you get this close, would you reduce risk on your last trade as 41% would need 0.3? No, perfect. I wouldn't reduce risk, bro. Just reduce the. I aim for just still risk 1%, but all you're gonna need is fucking a tiny bit, and don't rush it, right? When you actually get a trade come, place that trade, but you'll just be TP'd. The next trade you get in, George, just close it when you're 0.3 in profit, or even 0.4, just to be sure. Which obviously in 100k accounts, what, 7 bill? Am I retarded? Oh no, I should have said that. No. Boys. No. No, he's not just said that, has he? No. No. Please say I'm calm, man. I hope I'm calm. Oh, my days. Think we could. Whoa. Think we could? Jeez, man. Yo. My mouth kind of went and all that then. Yeah. Yeah, we good. What was I saying, boys? What was I just saying? I'm not even too sure what I was talking about massively. I don't know if I should hold this trade up to Agent Has already up 2.5. Well, bro, this is the thing. Don't just close your trade because you're happy with 2.5k. That's not really how trading works. Like, you kind of need to just let your trade run until you hit stop loss or TP. Otherwise, what are you learning? The only thing you're learning is that you're giving into your happiness of receiving 2.5k or price being up 2.5k. If you keep doing that, you'll probably be negative. But if you just leave it on, you'll probably be positive. Like, that could be the thing that makes you negative, like that makes you unprofitable. Do you know what I mean? So I'd say, no, this is to pass the funded. Oh, to pass the, if you've already passed, bro, close the trade, innit? Close the trade. Don't let it run. Close the trade, 100%. You said full pork GU, did I? Did I? Gold long from 30-minute order block. We're still coming down a little bit more on gold, aren't we? We've just come to the weekly true open, so we'll see what price does here, man. I think of holding EG all the way to private low or less. Fair play, bro. I'd hear that. Take that. We're still nice and bearish on the EU, bearing in mind, so that's nice. EG, sorry. No entries yet, boys. We've got to trade through, remember? Oh, yeah, sweet. You're calm. If you passed it, you're sweet, bro. It doesn't look like we're going to get the trade through on GU. It was definitely, DTO was the move today. DTO looked like the best today, really. I'm not too sure if we're going to see much else. Are we waiting for DXY to come into the 4 hour? I'm mainly waiting for DXY to trade through again. We've just continued higher, so at the moment I want to see a trade through this, but once we close this next candle, then I'll have the fair value gap here. But right now, I want to see a continuation. Reversal, sorry. We're only looking at 5-minute candles, so for this one we've got about 2 minutes left to close. Go on, you get up there, mate. I reckon we get the break above on GU, not gonna lie. What do you mean the break? Yeah, I hope so. I can see it. I mean, with a strong pound, that's where I'm really at. Nah, I don't trade GJ, bro. I'm EU, GU, EG all day. All day. Yeah, GJ's a bit crazy, man. GJ is a bit crazy. Come on, let's see if we get this trade through. Come on. Gold is likely to go to the 618 or 50%, smack in the middle, then bounce up. Be careful. Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm really at with it. Just seeing gold retrace to some inefficiency levels, and then we'll see. I'm not in buys yet, bro. No. What would you do in GJ right now if you were to trade it? I probably wouldn't be in a trade right now, really, with GJ. If anything, I want to be going in for shorts because the yen basket is strong. Obviously, there's no trades to be taken there for the shorts, so yeah, I wouldn't have gotten anything. But that's the thing, we've got the bullish pound yen, which I don't really drive. I'd rather trade like EU side, but I mean, I don't trade. I only trade EU, GU, and EG, so you'll never see me place trades. GJ's had, yeah, okay. So now I'd say definitely probably be looking to long at the moment for GJ. Just for that move back up to the upside, and then we're probably going to get continuation to the downside, but just for a little bit of a retracement on GG. I reckon it will have that manoeuvre soon. Again, we want to see the 5-minute trade through here, which looks like price is about to do, not too far away. Have a look at the 15. We've got to just wait for that. Wait for this trade through still. Where is that fade? Like, what point of level, what point of price is that? What, okay, so Asia high. I wouldn't say it's greedy in terms of what you're aiming for, in terms of just aiming for Asia high, but I don't think we're going to have that move. I'd probably aim for like daily trope or something. Because I don't think we're going to move heavy. If we reverse what we're targeting, I'd say, yeah, the DTO is where we want in price to come to there. The daily trope. But saying that has swept the 4 hour CLT candle, so who knows? Yeah, I mean, we're moving a bit weird on gold. I'd say stay away from it. I'd say it's mainly bullish because safe havens are getting favoured at the moment, as well as, like, I mean, most safe assets are getting bought out, right? They're the ones getting bought. I'm going to jump off at half past though, boys. So I want to see the entry before then. If not, then yeah, no trades. But we'll see how the market gets on though still. Still got a bit of time. Got about 30 minutes until then. GUE bearish, DXY bullish. This is GU, bro. GU. What's your reason for GU bearish and DXY bullish, bro? I think EG's still continuing. Yeah, EG's nice, bearish. Really nice. No, I'm anticipating bullish, bro, on GUEU. Well, for a trade, in my opinion, for a trade, that's how I'd get in. If price moves down, then that's fine. Then that's no trade for me. I don't mind whatever it does. At 3.3. 3392. Is that? Are we talking about gold? Oh yeah, we are. Yeah. Look at DXY. We'll trace a bit. Let's have a look. Where do you think it's gonna come to? Right, perfect. So that CLT is all complete. This CLT is all complete now. Bearish candle in a bearish situation as well. Rather bullish. Lovely journey, G 2% up, lovely. At least in the new week opening gap. Let's get this marked out. Same with EU and GU, I'm pretty sure. No, G. EU. Pretty sure we did on one of these pairs. No, we don't. Must have been EG. Unless it was GJ or some shit. Yeah, around that. Around that. Oh no, it wasn't AG here. not seeing much, are we at all? Let's go back to GJ, see if we get that trade through. Oh, we actually got that trade. Yes, David, what we saying, bro? That was sweet, man. I did have the daily marked out, but it's just too big at the moment, and it's a round price, so it's just annoying to have on my chart. It's just frustrating. How you doing, David? You good, yeah? Are we looking positive for those earnings? Better report after the close with implied earnings move of plus 807. Emphasise energy. Also reporting after the market close with an implied earnings move of plus 13%. Yeah, quite good stocks for the dollar, to be fair, that are coming out today. That's obviously just projections, so we'll see how it actually comes out. Mate, you seeing much opportunity in markets at the moment? Oh, mate, you seeing much opportunity in markets at the moment? Nah, bro, not at the moment, man. Not at the moment. No one really is, right? We've got uncertain markets ahead of us, which normally you see sort of FX accumulate. You do normally tend to see pretty. I mean, the thing is, it's mainly where money gets put to, because money right now is getting put to, as you can see, gold at all-time highs again. You're seeing bonds bond yields come really low. So you are seeing safe assets getting bought up, which is good. But again, it does put a bit more cumulative price action into the FX markets, because I feel like there just needs to be more manipulation in order for the orders to go through. So we're currently looking at EU, GU, and EG, bro. They're the currencies I trade. But yeah. Yeah, fair play, David. Fair play, man. Thing is, it's annoying because the markets aren't the best, man. For your time, it's not the best. The time that you join for it to be this. At least you get to learn these annoying little things early, though, right? Because the trading year is made up of ups and downs, really. So if you can survive in these situations, you're honestly calm. I'll be real. If you can survive in these situations, you're good. You're really good. EU, GU, EG, bro, is what I trade. That's what I trade day to day. GU's not getting his trade through yet. Let's go back to GJ. GJ's still coming up higher. We got it. Yeah, I'm jumping off in about 4 minutes, boys. By the way, boys, if you're not yet in the Discord, come and join us. Huge community in there. We do giveaways. We do. Okay, yeah, sweet. Okay. Yeah, all sorts in there, man. We do a free Discord pre-London every Friday as well, which is pretty much a preparation call. I'll go over the fundamentals and everything for the morning, market structure for the morning, so we're all ready and prepared to attack the markets. We do that every day in the mentoring as well. But obviously, if you are just a free every Friday. what comes in for the pink you pay, bro? Literally everything, man. Literally everything we do. So you get what I just in the Discord. So they're preparation calls that we do every single day from 6:30 to 8. Pretty much just getting prepared for the London session and stuff like that. Then you get obviously the full course on the website, which is everything you need to know in order to build a strategy. All the concept, how liquidity works, points of interests, the confluences around it, and then obviously how to build that trading plan with all those risk measures and everything put in place. As well as 30 plus case studies, trading tip videos, psychology videos, fundamental 5 mentoring, which is pretty much videos we bring out every single year. We just bring out videos that we've constantly sort of put towards our strategy, like the DTO for an example, and some other stuff like CRT and stuff like that. Yeah. Plus you also get me and Lou as your mentors. We've been trading for 6.5 years plus, both of us. So you're getting pretty much 12 to 13 years worth of knowledge of trading through me and Lou. Yeah. So a lot of stuff you get in there. A lot of stuff. Everything you need, like indicators, journals, automated journals and stuff like that. Everything you need. Lot size calculator, economic calendar, whatever it is, we've got it. Plus you've got our communication. You can communicate with us whenever you want, really. You can just DM us, or we'll have a WhatsApp that you can text as well. Pretty much everything you need from a mentor, and that's the reason why we made it like that, because we know what it's like to not have a mentor and having a shit mentor. Please, what is the liquid indicator? Is this this indicator here is pretty much the form of session liquidity. This indicator you have to be in our Discord for, because the link's in our the link is in there. Where it is? Okay, yeah, the link is in the Discord. This is not an indicator you can just search up from TradingView straight. You have to go through the link, favorite and stuff like that. So if you do want this indicator we've got, which adds a watermark, so you can see the pair trading, and obviously you can put anything up at the top, and it shows you the sessions for liquidity, and also shows you equilibriums for the day and week, and also liquidity for the day and week, weekly trade open, daily trade open. It's got everything on, everything you need, especially the way we trade as well. It's got everything you need. But yeah, just jump in the Discord. By the way, boys, I probably will. I normally do follow everyone back that follows me from live, and then I'll drop them a message and I'll sort of say hello and drop in a text. Drop in a link for the Discord. So if you're unable to, if you don't join, you can copy and paste the link that's pinned, and just copy and paste it into your web browser. But if that doesn't work, then just drop me a message or wait for me to drop you a message. I'll message everyone who follows me. So yeah, and then we'll be able to go through that. And if you've got any questions on how to use it, man, I'm more than happy to sit there and go through it with you. And send over my settings and that as well, so you can have it to look like mine and exactly what you want. You can edit it to how you want. That's another good thing about it. So you can take off certain points, take off, take on. That's mainly the day. That recent 4-hour candle was actually really tasty. Oh, we've already taken the high and low there. Just at this 4 and 9, 4 hours more. And then yeah, anyone obviously looking for those funded accounts, we've got 15% off discount code for ACG. So if you want to get yourself an Alpha Capital Group account, give me a shout. We'll get you signed up 15% off. GU is still sitting in a very similar area to what it's been sitting in. Yeah, I reckon so, Stu. I reckon gold's going to come up from here. It was somewhere, right? I think the weekly trade open's a really good level for price to come to. I know you're looking at the 4-hour completion of the CRT, right? That as well. So we've got some nice levels that we've actually come to. Anyone, and you. So this candle's been CRT'd and completed. So we'll see what we go now. bullish, mates. Yes, bro, exactly. GJ might retrace. We'll have a little look. We do want to see it retrace anyway for the entry. But we'll just see how it goes anyway. GU long. Yeah, that's the preferred positions, but done. But done. Alright, I'm going to jump off in a sec, boys. Let me just go on GU. See, no, still got this high. I actually really like this candle here to get CRT'd. We've grabbed a low. Do want to see us coming. Bearish candle in a bullish situation as well is really good. So I do want to see the high of that candle and I get swept. So again, that is more favouring me towards the buyers on GU. So yeah, that's what I want to see. But boys, I'm gonna jump off now. I've been in there for about an hour and a half, an hour and 40. So yeah, I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna just sit on charts for a bit. If you want to come in the Discord and discuss charts with me, join in. Like what I said, I'll follow everyone back who's followed me and send you over a text to get in the Discord. Other than that, boys, I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, we get a bit more of a nicer day.